chama.
The electric atmosphere at Sydney's Kudos Bank Arena set the stage for UFC 312 on February 9th, 2025, a night that would etch itself into combat sports history. The Australian crowd, known for their passionate support, created an atmosphere that crackled with anticipation. In the headliner, the bad blood between Dricus Du Plessis and Sean Tarzan Strickland reached its boiling point in their middleweight championship rematch. The storyline was compelling, a former champion seeking redemption against the man who dethroned him. Du Plessis carried the confidence of their first encounter, while Strickland, with his trademark forward pressure and crisp boxing, arrived determined to prove the first fight was an aberration. The co-main event showcased Zhang Weili, the strawweight queen, facing perhaps her greatest test in Tatiana Suarez. The wrestling phenom brought an unblemished record and an Olympic-caliber grappling pedigree that had many believing she could be the one to solve the Weili puzzle. The champion, however, was ready to demonstrate why she's considered one of the most complete fighters in UFC history. With a supporting cast of emerging stars and established veterans, UFC 312 promised fireworks from the opening bell. As the cage door locked for each contest, the MMA community worldwide held its collective breath, knowing they were about to witness something special. The highly anticipated rematch lived up to the hype as Dricus Du Plessis put on a masterclass against Sean Strickland. From the jump, the South African champion's dynamic striking arsenal was on full display. His patented switch stance attacks and explosive combinations repeatedly found their mark, disrupting Strickland's usually reliable pressure boxing. The fight's trajectory changed dramatically in the fourth frame when Du Plessis uncorked a devastating overhand right that shattered Strickland's nose. Blood immediately painted the canvas crimson, yet in trademark fashion, Tarzan refused to back down, even responding with combinations of his own despite fighting through a crimson mask. When the dust settled, the judges rendered a clear-cut unanimous decision, 50-45, 50-45, 49-46, in favor of the champion. In a display of true martial arts spirit, Strickland showed nothing but respect in defeat, addressing the crowd with raw honesty about the challenges of coming up short in title fights. Du Plessis' second successful defense not only cements his legacy, but also sets up intriguing matchups with surging contenders in the 185-pound Shark Tank. His post-fight call-out of Israel Adesanya raised eyebrows, suggesting the next chapter in the middleweight saga could be equally compelling. The digital landscape exploded into a frenzy as Du Plessis' dominant performance set social media ablaze. Fight Twitter nearly crashed when that fourth-round nosebreaker landed, with former middleweight king Israel Adesanya tweeting, "Sheesh, man's nose looking like a jigsaw puzzle." The clip instantly went viral, racking up millions of views within hours. Combat sports royalty weighed in, with Henry Cejudo breaking down the technique on his Instagram. Beautiful setup by DDP. Notice how he used the level change to disguise that overhand. Championship IQ right there. Meanwhile, Bilal Muhammad's live reaction stream captured the moment perfectly. "Oh my God, that's game over right there." The MMA community split over Khamzat Chimaev's controversial take calling the fight biggest bullshit, while Jiri Prochazka's technical critique about Du Plessis' rhythm sparked heated debates in the comment sections. However, everyone united in praising Strickland's warrior spirit after his candid post-fight admission. "Dricus, fucking hats off. Hell of a fight. Broke my nose in like 6 places." Even UFC veteran Daniel Cormier chimed in during his live watch-along. "This is what championship fighting is all about, folks. 2 guys leaving it all in there." The sentiment echoed across platforms as fans and fighters alike acknowledged they'd witnessed something special. The strawweight championship clash saw Zhang Weili add another chapter to her legacy, outclassing the previously undefeated Tatiana Suarez in a technical masterpiece. The opening frame teased drama when Suarez, an Olympic-caliber wrestler, secured an early takedown. But Zhang's evolution as a champion showed in her immediate scramble to her feet. What followed was a striking clinic. Zhang's signature combination of explosive power and technical precision neutralized Suarez's wrestling entries. The champion's devastating leg kicks systematically broke down Suarez's base, making each takedown attempt more costly than the last. Most impressive was Zhang's work in the clinch, where she repeatedly punished Suarez's entries with brutal knees and elbows. The championship rounds demonstrated why Zhang is considered one of the most complete fighters in UFC history. Even with Suarez's desperate shots, the champion's takedown defense held strong, allowing her to piece up the challenger with precision combinations. The judges' scorecards, 49-46, 49-46, 49-45, reflected Zhang's comprehensive victory. In the post-fight interview, Zhang displayed championship class, praising Suarez's heart while putting the division on notice. This fourth title defense not only cements Zhang's place among the UFC's elite champions, but raises questions about who, if anyone, can dethrone the strawweight queen. The heavyweight division got put on notice when Thaleson Teixeira announced his arrival in devastating fashion. The Brazilian prospect needed just 35 seconds to dispatch Justin Tafa, landing a perfectly timed elbow that sent shockwaves through the arena. As Tafa crumpled to the canvas, the referee's intervention was academic. In his post-fight interview, Teixeira called out ranked heavyweight Jailton Almeida, showing he's not here to take the scenic route to the top. The light heavyweight showdown between Jimmy Crute and Rodolfo Bellato had the Sydney crowd on their feet throughout 3 rounds of back-and-forth warfare. Crute's wrestling prowess met its match in Bellato's explosive striking, leading to a majority draw, 28-28, 28-28, 29-27 Crute. The scorecards sparked immediate debate on social media, with many calling for an immediate rematch to settle the score. Local favorite Jake Matthews gave the Australian faithful plenty to cheer about, putting on a clinical performance against Francisco Prado. The Celtic Kid showcased his evolved striking game, piecing up Prado while defending takedowns with veteran savvy. The judges' unanimous 30-27 scorecards reflected Matthews' complete dominance, as he called for a ranked opponent in his post-fight interview, suggesting either Michael Chiesa or Daniel Rodriguez as potential next opponents. The prelims set a high bar for action, proving once again that in the UFC, championship-caliber performances can come at any point in the night. The dust has barely settled from UFC 312, but the fight game never sleeps. Dricus Du Plessis' impressive victory immediately sparked speculation about his next challenger, with the undefeated Khamzat Chimaev emerging as the frontrunner. The Chechen Wolf's suffocating wrestling and fight-ending power present an intriguing stylistic clash against Du Plessis' dynamic striking arsenal. UFC President Dana White hinted at a potential summer showdown, possibly at the landmark UFC 315 in Madison Square Garden. The strawweight landscape remains Zhang Weili's kingdom, but whispers of a super fight with Valentina Shevchenko are growing louder. While the matchup would be historic, surging contenders Yan Xiaonan and Amanda Lemos are both making compelling cases for their shot at gold. Weili's camp has expressed interest in defending against either challenger before year's end. The upcoming schedule is stacked with championship-caliber action. Triple C Henry Cejudo returns to face the striking sensation Song Yadong in a bantamweight clash that could reshape the division's hierarchy. UFC 313's light heavyweight title fight between Alex Pereira and the tactical powerhouse Magomed Ankalaev has Fight of the Year written all over it. The momentum carries into UFC London, where hometown hero Leon Edwards puts his welterweight strap on the line against the red-hot Jack Della Maddalena in front of a rabid O2 Arena crowd. As one epic night concludes, the UFC's relentless pace ensures the next chapter of mixed martial arts history is always just around the corner. UFC 312 lived up to the hype, delivering a night of unforgettable action from Sydney. Du Plessis proved his championship mettle, while Zhang continued her dominant reign. From Teixeira's explosive debut to Matthews' hometown victory, the card showcased why MMA remains unmatched in pure excitement. What fight stole the show for you? Is Chimaev next for the middleweight crown? Drop your thoughts below, hit that like button, and subscribe for more fight coverage. Until next time, keep those hands up and chins down.